In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at a very interesting standalone CD recorder that I've owned for a number of years now. This is the Philips CDR 770 CD recorder, and it was released sometime in the late 90s, and I bought mine in 2000, and I got many years of use out of it. Now, before we get into the review, I just want to give you a friendly reminder to please subscribe to the channel. I post new tech reviews every week, so if you want to be on top of all the latest reviews, please subscribe. Just click on that little red square in the bottom right corner, as easy as that. I'd love to have you join our little family. Okay, so the CDR 770 standalone CD recorder, it worked very well for me for many years, but over the past couple of years, its performance has very much degraded, I'm sad to say, and I've had to find other ways to digitize my old recordings. I still use it to play CDs, but when you try to record, it will either freeze or just randomly stop halfway through a recording. Now, from day one, this unit has been temperamental, and I find this is a trait that most standalone CD recorders shared. And after speaking to other users and other people who own standalone CD recorders, they all pretty much said the same thing. It's obvious these decks, and ones made by other manufacturers, would often spoil discs or act very unpredictably. They are definitely not known for being stable. Also, this recorder only accepts music-only CDRs, ones with the For Consumer label, which I covered in another video. I'll post the link to that other video at the end of this one. And these discs could be very difficult to find and were often more expensive than regular CDRs. Now, you could record a maximum of 99 tracks per disc with this machine, and the minimum allowable track length was 4 seconds. This CD recorder took CDRs and CDRWs. Off to the left of the unit, you had a power button, open and close button, play/pause, and stop. And you could also select record type. Now, there were 3 record types. There was record disc, record track, and make CD. And you would use the make CD selection when you were using auto start recording. I very rarely used auto start recording. I much preferred to do manual recording, which this deck could do very well. There was also a record button, a finalize, erase, and a source button. And for the source, you could choose digital 1, optical 1, and analog. And most of the time I had it set to analog. In the middle, there was a very bright display screen that was very easy to read, and there was a display button in the top left. You could push this button and watch the timing of the CD progress or go backwards. It was up to you. Off to the right, there was a program button, a scroll button, a shuffle button, and a repeat. There was also a skip back and skip forward button, store/menu, and cancel/delete. And there was also an easy jog dial, which I really enjoyed. I always found this very handy. There were many things you could do with this dial. Most certainly you could move between songs with it, you could adjust the record level with it, and it also acted as an enter button. There was also an infrared remote for the CDR 770, and it was a typical remote. I used to find it very useful and very responsive. It worked quite well. Now, my biggest and first complaint about the Philips standalone CDR 770 was track increment. You could only do track increment from the remote. You could not do it from the unit itself, and I always found that a little bit weird and a little bit odd. So that's my first complaint of this recorder. My second complaint is there is a headphone jack, but there was no volume control for the headphones, and the headphone feed was usually very quiet and very hard to hear. Also, sometimes the advancing of digits on the display screen is very quietly captured in recording, and that's my third complaint about this unit. That is, as the numbers on the display screen progressed, there would be a small, very quiet clicking noise. If you didn't listen hard enough, you wouldn't notice it, but to the discerning ear, it was quite noticeable. And this slight clicking noise would be registered in recordings, and that was basically my third complaint about this machine. On the back, you had an RCA in and out, a digital in and out, and an optical in, which used a Toslink cable. Now, for years and years, I used to always wish that this machine also had an optical out. But I guess for many machines produced in this time period, they did not have optical out, only optical in. Although I have seen more recent CDR recorders do offer optical out, which looks very nice. Basically, this recorder was a revelation in the early 2000s, but is now rather outdated. Still, when it did work, it worked well, and it was fun to use. It was a great way to digitize my old vinyl and cassettes. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again next time. Please leave a comment, give us a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you. I have a lot of great videos planned in the works. I'm going to be having more and more CD related and cassette related and home audio and camera related videos coming up in the very near future. So please, again, subscribe. We'd love to have you join us. Thank you. We'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.